War wagons, handgunners on wheels that often get misunderstood, the poor fellas. War wagons are a missile chariot that have pretty terrible melee stats apart from having a good amount of armor, meaning they can take a good few bullets, but their 12 melee defense means they really don't want anything to do with melee most of the time. Where they shine, of course, is in their ranged attack, which is an armor piercing ranged attack, stronger than regular handgunner bullets and with half the reload time. Not to mention that 360 firing, of course. They're a unit that can get used in a couple of ways. They can just be a good replacement for handgunners that can look after themselves, to some degree at least. They are raised up so they can actually see over front lines and things a lot easier than regular handgunners can. So there can be an option to replace handgunners against perhaps rush factions that are going to make it difficult for missile infantry to fire. War wagons really need to use up all of their ammunition as well to really get the money out of them, as their damage output is considerably slower than handgunners. Another option is to make them a little flanking party, maybe bring 2 or 3 of them with some kind of protection, probably a cavalry, just in case something faster does come after them and they can't get away from it. Because if they get caught in melee, they're probably done. They can be fantastic in the late game if you've got the ammo to flank around behind the enemy if they're safe from anything coming after them, and they could maybe be used as a little bit of a chariot in certain situations as long as they don't stay in prolonged combat, as they do have a little bit of a charge bonus. And when it comes to campaign, well, they could be fun if you want to bring a kind of rushy, skirmishy kind of Empire build, but for the most part you'll probably just want handgunners instead because the AI is pretty rubbish at getting after missile units. They can be a unit that requires a fair bit of micro, being a chariot type, but if you focus the right targets with their strong ammunition you can put out some serious damage. That was Warhammer.